This video is for educational purposes. Oklahoma City, officially the City of Oklahoma City, and often shortened to OKC, is the capital and most populous city of the U.S. state of Oklahoma. The county seat of Oklahoma County, it ranks 20th among United States cities in population, and is the 8th largest city in the southern United States. The population grew following the 2010 census and reached 681,054 in the 2020 census. The Oklahoma City metropolitan area had a population of 1,396,445, and the Oklahoma City-Shawnee combined statistical area had a population of 1,469,124, making it Oklahoma's largest municipality and metropolitan area by population. Subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Oklahoma City's city limits extend somewhat into Canadian, Cleveland, and Pottawatomie counties, though much of those areas outside the core Oklahoma County area are suburban tracts or protected rural zones, watershed. The city is the 8th largest in the United States by area including consolidated city counties. It is the second largest, after Houston, not including consolidated cities. The city is also the second largest by area among state capital cities in the United States, after Juneau, Alaska. Along with Topeka, Kansas and Cheyenne, Wyoming, Oklahoma City is one of 3 state capitals with an indigenous name in a state with an indigenous name. Oklahoma City has one of the world's largest livestock markets. Oil, natural gas, petroleum products, and related industries are its economy's largest sector. The city is in the middle of an active oil field, and oil derricks dot the Capitol grounds. The federal government employs a large number of workers at Tinker Air Force Base and the United States Department of Transportation's Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center, which house offices of the Federal Aviation Administration and the Transportation Department's Enterprise Service Center, respectively. Oklahoma City is on the I-35 and I-40 corridors, one of the primary travel corridors south into neighboring Texas and New Mexico, north towards Wichita and Kansas City, west to Albuquerque, and east towards Little Rock and Memphis. Located in the state's frontier country region, the city's northeast section lies in an ecological region known as the Cross Timbers. The city was founded during the land run of 1889 and grew to a population of over 10,000 within hours of its founding. It was the site of the April 19, 1995, bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building, in which 168 people died, the deadliest terror attack in U.S. history until the attacks of September 11, 2001, and the deadliest act of domestic terrorism in U.S. history. Since weather records have been kept beginning in 1890, Oklahoma City has been struck by 14 violent tornadoes, 11 of which were rated F4 or EF4 on the Fujita and Enhanced Fujita scales, and 1 each rated F5 and EF5. Oklahoma City was settled on April 22, 1889, when the area known as the Unassigned Lands was opened for settlement in an event known as the Land Run. On April 26 of that year its first mayor was elected, William Couch. Some 10,000 homesteaders settled the area that would become the capital of Oklahoma. The town grew quickly, the population doubled between 1890 and 1900. Early leaders of the development of the city included Anton Klassen, John Shartel, Henry Overhalser, Oscar Ameringer, Jack C. Walton and James W. Manny. By the time Oklahoma was admitted to the Union in 1907, Oklahoma City had surpassed Guthrie, the territorial capital, as the new state's population center and commercial hub. Soon after, the capital was moved from Guthrie to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City was a major stop on Route 66 during the early part of the 20th century. It was prominently mentioned in Bobby Troupe's 1946 jazz song, Get Your Kicks On, Route 66, made famous by artist Nat King Cole. Before World War II, Oklahoma City developed major stockyards, attracting jobs and revenue formerly in Chicago and Omaha, Nebraska. With the 1928 discovery of oil within the city limits, including under the state capital, Oklahoma City became a major center of oil production. Post-war growth accompanied the construction of the interstate highway system, which made Oklahoma City a major interchange as the convergence of I-35, I-40, and I-44. It was also aided by the federal development of Tinker Air Force Base after successful lobbying efforts by the director of the Chamber of Commerce Stanley Draper. In 1950, the Census Bureau reported the city's population as 8.6% black and 90.7% white. In 1959, the city government launched a Great Annexation Drive that expanded the city's area from 80 square miles, 210 square kilometers, to 475.55 square miles, 1,231.7 square kilometers, by the end of 1961, making it the largest U.S. city by land mass at the time. Patience Latting was elected mayor of Oklahoma City in 1971, becoming the city's first female mayor. Latting was also the first woman to serve as mayor of a U.S. city with over 350,000 residents. Like many other American cities, the center city population declined in the 1970s and 1980s as families followed newly constructed highways to move to newer housing in nearby suburbs. Urban renewal projects in the 1970s, including the Pay Plan, removed older structures but failed to spark much new development, leaving the city dotted with vacant lots used for parking. A notable exception was the city's construction of the Myriad Gardens and Crystal Bridge, a botanical garden and modernistic conservatory in the heart of downtown. Architecturally significant historic buildings lost to clearances were the Criterion Theater, the Baum Building, the Hales Building, and the Biltmore Hotel. In 1993, the city passed a massive redevelopment package known as the Metropolitan Area Projects, MAPs, intended to rebuild the city's core with civic projects to establish more activities and life to downtown. The city added a new baseball park, a central library, renovations to the Civic Center, Convention Center, and Fairgrounds, and a water canal in the Bricktown Entertainment District. Water taxis transport passengers within the district, adding color and activity along the canal. MAPS has become one of the most successful public-private partnerships undertaken in the U.S., exceeding $3 billion in private investment as of 2010. As a result of MAPS, the population living in downtown housing has exponentially increased, together with the demand for additional residential and retail amenities, such as grocery, services, and shops. Since the MAPS project's completion, the downtown area has seen continued development. Several downtown buildings are undergoing renovation/restoration. Notable among these was the restoration of the Skirvin Hotel in 2007. The famed First National Center is being renovated. Residents of Oklahoma City suffered substantial losses on April 19, 1995, when Timothy McVeigh detonated a bomb in front of the Murrah Building. The building was destroyed, the remnants of which had to be imploded in a controlled demolition later that year. More than 100 nearby buildings suffered severe damage, and 168 people were killed. The site has been commemorated as the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum. Since its opening in 2000, over 3 million people have visited. Every year on April 19, survivors, families, and friends return to the memorial to read the names of each person lost. McVeigh was executed by lethal injection on June 11, 2001. The Core to Shore project was created to relocate I-41 mile, 1.6 kilometers south and replace it with a boulevard to create a landscaped entrance to the city. This also allows the central portion of the city to expand south and connect with the shore of the Oklahoma River. Several elements of Core to Shore were included in the MAPS 3 proposal approved by voters in late 2009. Oklahoma City lies along one of the primary corridors into Texas and Mexico, and is a 3-hour drive from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. The city is in the Frontier Country region in the center of the state, making it an ideal location for state government. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 620.34 square miles, 1,606.7 square kilometers, 34, of which 601.11 square miles, 1,556.9 square kilometers, is land and 19.23 square miles, 49.8 square kilometers, is water. Oklahoma City lies in the Sandstone Hills region of Oklahoma, known for hills of 250 to 400 feet, 80 to 120 m, and 2 species of oak, blackjack oak, Quercus marylandica, and post oak, Q. stellata. The northeastern part of the city and its eastern suburbs fall into an ecological region known as the Cross Timbers. The city is roughly bisected by the North Canadian River, recently renamed the Oklahoma River inside city limits. The North Canadian once had sufficient flow to flood every year, wreaking destruction on surrounding areas, including the Central Business District and the original Oklahoma City Zoo. In the 1940s, a dam was built on the river to manage the flood control and reduce its level. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. See you in the next one.